This is the Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 10 18-inch gaming laptop. We're going to unbox it straight ahead. Hey guys, it's Al from Techaeris, and I'm back with another unboxing video, this time of the Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 10 gaming laptop, the 18-inch version. This is a big boy, so welcome to my kitchen table because my desk is far too small for this beast to be unboxed. So we're going to do that right here on this kitchen table. Same table we unboxed the Alienware 18 on, and I wish I still had that to compare the two, but I don't. That went back to Alienware, but we do have this, so we're going to unbox that now. All right, guys, here is the box for the Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 10 18-inch gaming laptop. It is massive. We have a sizable kitchen table here, and it takes up a good portion of it, and it would not fit on my desk, so here we are unboxing it. I apologize for the orangey color of the video, probably because my lights here are not as bright as I have in other areas of the house. So here we go. That is the inner box of the Legion 9i Gen 10. Very nice presentation, kind of rises up and presents itself to you, which it should, because this thing is freaking expensive. So let's take a look at what we have in these boxes here. I'm going to assume this is the very large power supply that's going to power this guy up. And let's see what we got in here. Yes, here is your power brick. Very large, as expected. We could not expect anything less for this size of a laptop. It is a beast with a 9i processor in it from Intel, and I believe an NVIDIA graphics card, and we are looking at a 400-watt charging brick. So that's what you see on that side. Let's move this stuff out of the way. We're going to grab this over here, and I think with the icon there, that is telling us that is the power cable. And let's see what we got in there. Indeed, your power cable. It's tied down, so we'll just leave that for now. And it's just your basic power cable for these power bricks. Move all that to the side. And we're gonna pull this out, and then we're gonna move this box back a bit so that we can have a little more room to take a look at this. All right, guys, here we are with the inner box of the Legion 9i Gen 10 18-inch laptop. We'll pop this open, and I can only assume that we'll have the actual laptop on the top here, wrapped in this very nice kind of felt covering. Oh boy, that's heavy. Let's see what's in here real quick. We have your Legion 9i paperwork. Your Legion 9i 18-inch Gen 10 paperwork, which just kind of shows you some stuff here with a True Strike keyboard and some of the features that are in there. Not a huge deal. And here we are with the laptop itself. Let's unwrap this guy. Now, there it is. That is a very nice looking laptop. Very different as far as shape and size, or shape at least, not size, but the shape. It's very familiar Legion design. Obviously much larger, much heavier. But the top lid is designed a little different. Has this kind of marble or something, or camo aesthetic on the top here, which is nice because it feels like it doesn't fingerprint like the other Legion laptops that we've used with their aluminum tops. We've got a lot of fingerprints in here. It looks like that resists that. So, well, here's your lid with the Legion logo. And of course, this thing's outfitted with all the RGB you can handle. There'll be RGB all over this. So don't worry if you are looking for RGB, you got it here. And here are your ports on this side. Looks like we got a headphone jack, a USB-C Thunderbolt port, an SD card slot, USB-A and a USB-A port. I don't know the specs on these. I will talk about that in a bit. And on this side, it looks like we're housing another USB-A port, RJ45 jack, and 2 USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports and a headphone jack. And let's take a look at the bottom. And on the bottom, this does fingerprint. I can see that already. It looks like you got your fans. 1, 2, looks like a couple fans here. In your venting, you do have bottom fire speakers here. I don't know if there's speakers on the top as well, but this is your bottom portion. Not as nice as the Alienware 18 with the glass or plexiglass opening here, but I do like the way this one looks better than the Alienware. I gotta say that the Alienware is much larger than this Lenovo Legion. Let's open it up. All right, we got the lid open on the Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 10 18-inch laptop. All open here for you to look at this beautiful True Strike keyboard with your Lenovo Legion power button right there and your RGB lighting all across that keyboard with that numpad and a very large trackpad. I'm glad to see that. And you do have top-mounted speakers on here, and you have your Intel Core Ultra 9 branding, your your GeForce RTX branding, and I'll get all the specs on this in a bit. And then we have a very nice RGB lighting effect here going on the bottom front. And you can turn all this off, adjust it all you want within the Lenovo app. I believe it's called Legion Space, and you can do all that through there. And here is your 18-inch display. Very nice, very good looking display. Wow, that is a very nice display. I don't know if that's a full brightness or not. Let's see here. Yep, nope, we're not even at full brightness here. That's full brightness, probably blowing the camera out a bit, but let's bring it down a bit. And that's not quite full brightness, but there is your display, 18-inch diagonal, 16:10 aspect ratio. You do have your webcam up top. Again, we will go over all these specs in a few as we run B-roll. I did have to plug this in because it was dead, so we are charging it as we talk about it. So we're gonna get some B-roll out of this, and then we'll get into some specs and features. All right, guys, let's get into the specs and features of the Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 10 18-inch gaming laptop. This beast is a beast, I gotta tell you, and an expensive beast at that. Prices are going to vary. I'm not going to quote a price on this, but their prices are going to vary because it depends on what build you get and what processors you get, what graphics cards you get, and all that other stuff, what kind of storage and what kind of... There's just so many factors, so just hit the link below so you can check out the price points. They got some pre-builts there. You can build your own and take a look around, and you pick and choose, do what you need to do. All right, I'm going to start with the ports on this thing. We did rattle those off a little bit there on the unboxing, but here's some more specifics on the ports. So you get a USB-C, USB 10 gigabits per second port. You get a card reader, an SD card reader, a USB-A 10 gigabits per second port times 2, and then you get another USB-A 10 gigabits per second port that's always on. Then you get your Ethernet port, your RJ45 port that is, and then you get 2 Thunderbolt 5 ports here. Not Thunderbolt 4, Thunderbolt 5, so there's an upgrade there for you. And you get the headphone microphone combo jack, 3.5 millimeter that is, and HDMI port, and of course the power connector. Now moving on to the specifics for the processor on this specific model, you're looking at the Intel Core Ultra 9 275HX, which has a max turbo up to 5.4 gigahertz. And of course the graphics are NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5080 on this one with 16 gigs of GDDR7 with a boost clock of 2287 megahertz. And that is the 5080. This does not have the 5090. The 5090s tier up. This is a kind of the middle of the road one. This one's not going to be as expensive as the top. You know, if you spec this thing out, you're going to pay a lot of money for it. Hey, if you got the coin, do it. For memory, on board of this one, you have two 32 gigabyte sticks of DDR5 5200 but you do have 4 DDR5 SODIMM slots, so you can upgrade this up to 64 gigs. I'm not sure if you can go up to 128. I don't know what the max is on that, but you can definitely get 64 in here. For the display, you get this 18-inch WQUXGA 3840 by 2400 IPS display at 520 nits. It is a glossy display, so it does affect the glare. Some of them off-angle views, you are going to get glare, especially in really brightly lit rooms. But direct viewing is fantastic. I can just tell this out of the box, just filming it. You can tell that there's going to be glare if you have a lot of lights around. But I mean, heck, if you are dead on, it is just a beautiful thing to look at. And that 520 nits of brightness is amazing as well. You do get a 240 hertz to 440 hertz refresh rate on this display. I don't know why anyone's going to use 440, but hey, it's here. You do get Dolby Vision and NVIDIA G-Sync, as well as display HDR 400. For storage, on this particular model, you get a 2 terabyte SSD. That's an M.2 2280 PCIe, and you do get 4 M.2 2280 slots, so you can upgrade this to more storage if you need it. We already went over the ports. For the Wi-Fi, you do get Wi-Fi 7. That's Intel Killer Wi-Fi 7. BE 1750X, 802.11be 2x2, and Bluetooth 5.4. For audio, you get 6 speakers on this thing. 2 watt speakers times 4 woofers, 2 watt times 2 tweeters, and optimized with Namic audio, and you do get the smart amplifier on board. For the camera, you get a 5 megapixel IR camera with e-shutter. And for the keyboard, you do have a True Strike keyboard on this with 1.6 millimeters travel per key. And then you get per key RGB on this as well. So you can go into the Legion space and you can program each key however you want for the RGB. So pretty cool. Probably something I'll never use. I don't know if I'd ever find time to want to actually do that, but I know a lot of people do. 100% anti-ghosting. You do get Legion Space RGB software support, and you do get the buttonless glass touchpad. That touchpad is glass, and I didn't test it on camera, but I messed around with the trackpad a little bit. I would like to see more travel on that trackpad up toward the top. It does kind of stiff it out a little bit toward the top. It's a sizable trackpad though. It's nice to have a bigger trackpad on a gaming laptop, so it's nice. For battery, you get a 99.9 watt-hour super rapid charge battery. Charge up to 30% in 10 minutes, 70% in 30 minutes, and 100% in 80 minutes. Oh man, here's the dimensions. All right, here we're looking at this is in millimeters, 403 by 296.9 by 23.9 by 27.95 millimeters. And that's around 3.5 kilograms, which is about 7.7, almost 8 pounds. So it is a hefty boy. This guy is not light, big boy. But not as heavy as, I don't think as heavy as the Alienware M18, or I think it's the M18. The latest Alienware 18-inch is pretty big. That guy was big and heavy. This guy's big and heavy too, but not nearly as big and heavy as the Alienware was. I wish I had that one still here so I could look at them side by side, but I don't. For color material, we have Eclipse Black, and that's aluminum on the bottom with a forged carbon top. That forged carbon top has a kind of an interesting texture on the tops, kind of, I don't want to say rubbery, but there's some resistance there. It's not your normal aluminum top. So it is a very nice looking top. I like the way it looks. Very, very attractive. All right, guys, that is it for the specs and features of the Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 10 18-inch laptop. Just once again, just an unboxing and quick run through of the specs. That's all I really do with these guys. There is no review here. This is just an unboxing and overview of the specs. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully we'll have more videos out soon. It is getting close to the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. We have Black Friday coming up. I'm going to link down below to my Black Friday post. You can find lots of deals going on right now. And if you click those links in that post, you will be helping out the channel and helping out the website by helping us by getting us a little bit of commission on those links. So appreciate you guys doing that as always. Hey, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We are ticking up toward the goal of 4,000 subs by next year, and by the end of next year, and I'd love to get there. So let's continue that growth. I appreciate everybody that's subbed, everybody that's commented, everybody that's liked. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment below, do all the things you guys know already. You watch enough YouTube to know what everybody needs you to do for the algorithm to notice us, and you guys are doing it. I appreciate that very much. But most important is to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will talk to you on the other side.